Hey brother, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about how you can find yourself in a sexless marriage no matter how much sex you're having. Now, yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're like, wait a minute, what? I thought a sexless marriage meant that the person wasn't having any sex, or that they were only having sex less than 12 times a year. Well, let me tell you, as a man who once measured the success of his relationship based on how much sex he was having, you can still be in a sexless marriage even if you're having sex. So let me explain. I use sex as a barometer for success in my relationship. If we were having it, I thought everything was okay. If we weren't having it, I thought something was wrong. And when I say we weren't having it, I mean we weren't having it three times a week, 4 times a week. If we weren't having it within 3 days or 3 hours or 3 weeks, it just was arbitrary. It was arbitrary. It was based on my feeling about myself, and my feeling about myself was based on my thoughts. It was based on the conversation that I had in my head. It was based on the silent conversations that I had with my wife when she wasn't even in the room. It was based on things that she did or didn't do or said or didn't say. And the conversation, the story that I created in my mind, the meaning that I assigned to all of that. So I would get up in my head and start feeling bad about myself, and then I would need some reassurance, or I would need some soothing. I would need some pressure release from all of the negativity that I had going on in my own mind. And so I would go to her randomly and want sex. And it wasn't something that she could adequately fulfill. Not because she was inadequate, but because my need was always there. So even though we had sex, and I don't mean this as a brag, I mean we had a lot of sex. We had a lot of sex because I was always pursuing her. I was always chasing her. I was always needing her. And that resulted in a lot of naked time. But it didn't result in a lot of connection. It didn't result in a lot of fulfillment. It didn't, satisfaction. Satisfaction is a better word. It didn't result in a lot of satisfaction. And as a result, I just continued to need it. And so even though I was in a marriage where we were having sex, it really felt like a sexless marriage. It felt like I could never get enough. I could never get enough of what I didn't really need. What I needed was better thoughts. What I needed was to value myself and to understand my self-worth and to care for myself and love myself and understand myself. And so that's what I'm inviting you in today. I'm inviting you into a conversation about that. Let's talk. Let's understand you better. Let's say out loud some of the things that are bothering you, some of the conversations that you have in your head about what your wife does or doesn't do, what she says or doesn't say. And let's talk about the meaning that you've assigned to all of that for yourself. Let's talk about how you feel about you, how you feel about your work and your friendships and your relationship with your kids. Let's talk about the life that you want to have versus the one that you're experiencing in your mind. Let's talk about it. So I want you to look down in the description. There's a link. Click on that link. You're going to find my calendar, and there's going to be days and times that are available for you to schedule a call. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk. You're going to talk. I'm going to listen. And at some point, I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to ask you to clarify some of your thoughts. I'm going to ask you, is that true? And then I'm going to point you to some resources that are going to help you get clarity on your thoughts. They're going to help you challenge your beliefs, that are going to replace some of your old broken thoughts and I say broken, not you're broken, but those thoughts are not benefiting you, you're going to replace those thoughts with better thoughts, more productive, more encouraging, more uplifting, more beneficial, more satisfying thoughts. And then what you're going to see is that your life is going to magically improve, that you're going to change from the inside, but that the outside is going to change as a result, that your way of being is going to be what other people are going to experience. It's going to be what your wife is going to experience. And instead of feeling the pressure and the frustration and the disappointment and the resentment that you have about believing that you're not getting enough of what you want, she'll begin to experience a version of you that is actually content, that is actually fulfilled, that is actually happy. And that doesn't mean that you're going to become some sort of monk who's okay with not having sex. I'm not talking about not having sex. I'm talking actually about having better sex. I'm actually talking about having connected sex. I'm actually talking about having sex that actually satisfies the urge, the desire that you have within you, so that you can actually experience the deep, connected, fulfilling, satisfying sex that you want, and not this needy, anxious, surface level, dependent, victimized state of being that you're in right now. So look in the description, click the link, let's set up a call and talk. All right, brother, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.